Uncle Gutenberg was a bookworm, and he lived on Charing Cross. The memory of his volumes brings a smile. He would read me lots of stories when he wasn't on the source. Now I'd like to share the wisdom of my favorite bibliophile. He said, the cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look, 'cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook. Chapter titles are like signs, and if you read between the lines, you'll find your first impression was mistook. For a cover is nice, but a cover is not the book.
Mary Poppins, could you give us an example?
Certainly. Nelly Rubina was made of wood, but what could not be seen was though her trunk up top was bare and well, her roots were lush and green. So in spring when Mr. Hickory saw her blossoms blooming there, he took root despite her bark, and now there's seedlings everywhere. Which proves the cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look, 'cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook.
Chapter titles are like signs,
And if you read between the lines, you'll find your first impression was mistook. For a cover is nice, but a cover is not the book.
Should we do the one about the wealthy widow?
Oh, by all means.
Always love that one.
Well, go on then.
Lady Hyacinth Macaw brought all her treasures to a reef,
Where she only wore a smile.
plus 2 feathers and a leaf.
So no one tried to rob her, 'cause she barely wore a stitch.
For when you're in your birthday suit,
There ain't much there to show you're rich. Oh, a cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look, 'cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook. Taroo-la-lee, taroo-la-la, taroo-la-lee, ta-ra-ta-ta. You'll find your first impression was mistook. Ya-da-da-da. For a cover is nice, but a cover is not the book. Oh, give us the one about a dirty rascal, why don't ya?
Isn't that one a bit long?
Well, the quicker you're into it, the quicker you're out of it.
Once upon a time in a nursery rhyme, there was a castle with a king hiding in a wing, 'cause he never went to school to learn a single thing. He had scepters and swords and a parliament of lords, but on the inside he was sad, egad, because he never had a wisdom for numbers, a wisdom for words. Though his squad was quite immense, his brain was smaller than a bird's. So the queen of the nation made a royal proclamation to the misses and the messers, the moral lessons. Bring me all the last professors. Then she went to the hairdressers, and they came from the east and they came from the south. From each college they poured knowledge from the brain into his mouth. But the king couldn't learn, so each professor met their fate, for the queen had their heads removed and placed upon the gate. And on the date, I say the rest all got a note. Their mate was now the late great. But then suddenly one day a stranger started in to sing. He said, I'm the dirty rascal and I'm here to teach the king. And the queen clutched her jewels, for she hated royal fools. But the smooth handsome was really artificial school. Like you'll be a happy king if you enjoy the things you've done. You should have tried to be the kind of person that you're not. So they sang and they laughed, for the king had found a friend, and they ran into a rainbow for the story's perfect end. So the moral is you mustn't let the outside be the guy, for it's not so cut and dried. Well, unless it's Dr. Jekyll, then you better hide. Petrified! No, the truth can be denied, as I now have testified. All that really counts and matters is the special stuff inside.
Oh, a cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look, 'cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook. So please listen to what we've said,
And open a book tonight in bed.
so one more time before we get the hook.
Say it out strong. A cover is not.
Please take our advice,
But you pay the price.
so the cover is not the book.
Hello lovely people of the internet. I know this was kind of a different kind of video. I don't think you've ever seen me sing actively, except for that one cover of Never Gonna Give You Up.
Never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye.
A big thank you to Clark on stage for always doing beautiful duet readies for me to sing awfully on. I love having karaoke sessions with you, so. And I hope you've enjoyed having me as your Mary. A big thank you to everyone for watching as well, or should I say bearing. Yes, I haven't sung here in 3 whole years, so I hope my return wasn't as terrible as I think it was, but never mind. I really had fun with this one. Et je vais parler un tout petit peu en français pour que vous ne pensiez pas que je sois devenue complètement snob. Merci beaucoup d'avoir regardé la vidéo. C'est terrifiant de refaire un cover après 3 ans. Ça fait 3 ans que j'en ai pas posté ici. Et j'espère que vous ne vous désabonnerez pas en masse maintenant. Si ce format-là fonctionne, je crois que je vais en faire d'autres comme ça. Il y a déjà des covers en route. Si vous n'aimez pas voir ma tête quand je chante, il n'y a pas de souci, dites-le moi, j'arrêterai. Donc je suis pas vraiment sûre que c'est regardable. Enfin, je viens de filmer, je n'ai pas vu le retour, je ne sais pas. Encore une fois, merci à vous. Et merci à vous d'être abonnés, d'être encore abonnés. Alors que Dieu sait que je suis une arnaque. Et je vous revois, ou en tout cas vous me reverrez, dans une nouvelle vidéo. Alors c'est quoi mon outro non officiel maintenant? Je vous souhaite une journée pleine de magie Disney et je vous dis à la prochaine. Je crois que c'est ça. Au revoir.